we are now migrating over towards Battlelords of the 23rd and a half century.
Yeah, I had, since my abdominal part of my armor was completely destroyed, I just got a whole new set.
How like a woman. Your dress is ruined, so you get a new dress.
Exactly.
Alright, so, since we last left off, you guys departed the planet. Everyone was very happy with you because you killed arachnids, and killing arachnids is always good for everybody. You were placed on board a mid-quality transcruiser, flown up into orbit, and shipped over to the planet. Planet Zaron. Wait, no, not Planet Zaron.
Planet not appearing in this film.
Planet not appearing. God damn it, Moze. No. You were taken over and sent off to planet New Hessen, where you were deposited at the SSDC offices in New Hessen City. It should be noted that the entire planet consists exclusively of New Hessen City. There is no other part of the planet that has been developed.
Nice.
Well, SSDC and a number of other mega corporations do make a reasonably good control of the area. There's basically the main part of the city, what I'm showing you here on the map, and then there's a peripheral outside of it that's, you know, housing complexes and all that fun stuff, but very tightly focused planetary development area. But it does meet the standards that Alliance requires for being a colony world, so it's a full-fledged colony based off of the population of this one city. And it is a tech level 6 plus location, so there are all of the modern anemones.
Wow.
Anemones? Okay. Cool.
You guys have been assigned to the SSDC office, which is located right there. And it looks an awful lot like... Probably should make you guys come to this page. Let's see. No, that's me. Bad! Stop sucking. Okay, there you go. So you guys have been assigned to the Philic Tower. Philic Tower. Named after a Chitillion named something Philic. You've only heard of him ever referred to as Mr. Philic. There's a big bronze plate in the front part of the office if you really want to analyze him, but quite frankly, it's boring as hell. You guys have been assigned to one of the mid-range floors where you are been placed under control of Controller Johnson, a Orion woman who is stylish and reasonably nice. She is your controller for the sector.
Mrs. Johnson, okay, got it.
Yeah. I thought you'd get the in-joke. And Miss Johnson, so basically what's been happening here is you guys landed, the two officers, Undai and Galbraith, whatever the fuck that's pronounced. Actually, and James, so all three of you are currently on crash pad offices in her main office floor. You basically have cubicles assigned to you. But since you are in command positions, none of you are being assigned just regular grunt work. You've got filing paperwork and such. Honestly, most days you start at about 9, finish about 3 equivalent, after taking an hour or 2 lunch, and no one really bats an eye at it. You finished all your paperwork about a week or 2 ago. You spend most of your days doing meetings and training sessions. This is light duty.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is painful. Continue.
I do a lot of meditating, which is, you know, one of the things I rolled randomly. How was it phrased? I'm a frequent meditator, which gave me higher intuition.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone. It looks like Untai is sleeping in his desk, so it's
cross-legged in the office chair, sort of like holding my sword with the point down in between my legs, where you don't want it to be normally, and just poking the chair.
Iridani meditation.
Watching movies at work.
Yeah, Iridani meditation is way more like Dragon Ball Z posing. If you read Everyone a Bit Freaky, that is how they meditate. They have crazy battle poses. They don't make loud noises the whole time, but You assume a pose, and you meditate in that pose the whole time.
Okay, so I'm doing
Not everyone
that.
sits there. So he's doing that at his desk. Imperator is watching DVD movies, and Galbranth is playing video games. It doesn't really matter. You guys ready?
It's easy.
Galbraith. Whatever. Galbraith.
The Galbraith and Galbraith. I've seen the AITH pronounced both ways.
The four-armed weirdo.
Maybe Kevin could speak up a little more. And we.
No, I think it's best if we just shut up about it. Okay. At any rate, so you guys have been doing this, again, most of the time you spend have been getting out of the office to do training classes and that sort of thing, because anything to get away from Miss Johnson. Unfortunately...
How many weeks worth of training, by the way?
You have 3 solid weeks worth of training so far. And SSDC is not planning on shipping you out for another several weeks, so you should have time to get probably another... What's that?
You said a month, right? That's 5 weeks. So
excuse me, 5 weeks. You've had a total of, for all intents, we'll just say you've been on planet for a month. I'll be generous.
Which in this setting is 5 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've had 5 weeks to do your training.
That is another week of pay.
Yeah. And you guys have full access to, there's every kind of training facility on this planet. There's a really nice campus that you guys can take a tram to whenever the urge strikes you, as well as having distant learning available at one of the lower levels of the building. So it's about as cushy as you can get right now. However, one morning, or one afternoon actually, two. Oh, God damn it. Galbraith, you are sitting at your desk playing angry burbles.
I was at arachnids.
But you hear Miss Johnson having a rather loud argument on her phone. Yeah. There's a white noise generator, so you're not quite able to pick up everything, except for an occasional, not what we're here for. It's a waste of everyone's time. I can't believe you're actually making me do this. And finally, it stops. You're not necessarily sure, but you think you heard someone slamming a phone down.
Kablam.
Which is hard, because she's got a cell phone.
Just beats.
And suddenly, your terminal flashes to life, and Miss Johnson's face is on the holographic display in front of you, going, Galbraith, could you please come to my office? How are you doing today, by the way? You look like you've been having a fun time.
I'll be right there.
Excellent. Soldier, come on in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you walk into her office. It's a nice office. You've been in here a number of times. She has a weekly meeting. It's very boring. She tells you to keep your squad out of trouble, which is, since you're all officers, most of you are attending the meeting.
So he's in charge this time. That's good to know.
No, he's not, actually. Right now, none of you are in charge because you're not deployed.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. Right now, you are in a class of the Learning Annex, and Imperator's at the Armory getting his talons sharpened. It doesn't really matter. Only one of you is in the office.
Sure.
Yeah. You guys spend a lot of time not being here for this very reason. But as Galbraith, you're sitting in the nice chair, she gestures down. Oh, go sit down here. Would you like some water, some tea, coffee, anything?
Water will be fine.
All right, she goes to her stock, and she pulls out a bottle of Scissorak Mountain Water. That is the expensive water. She sets it in front of you. Okay, well, it's good to see. You guys have been having fun the last couple of weeks, just getting your training caught up and making sure all your proper boxes are checked, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Well, good. It's good to see that you've been having a nice, relaxing time here. So, do you guys have any plans for the next 2 to 3 days?
I can only speak to myself, but I was going to be doing some additional dagger training.
Oh, well, that sounds important. But this is probably more important, so...
I'm sure it is if you say so.
Okay, excellent. She reaches over to turn her display around and says, to show you something, then pauses and says, oh, wait, no, I don't even need to do that. And she pushes a button and you see the window opening up. And outside of here, you see a large holographic display featuring a human woman. Make a terrestrial knowledge check. Don't roll 100. All right. You look outside and you go, hey, that's Bertney.
Bertney from Sesame Street?
I'm talking here, son. No. Bertney, you recognize her. That's a female pop star. A human, genuine, you're not sure. You can't really tell humans and gen-humans apart. But she's in the tabloids all the time. Lots of media presence. She's on planet giving a concert. And then you think tomorrow. Okay, so Miss Johnson smiles at you. There's been a threat on her life, and her security chief was no longer employed by her. So we were and she was thinking that, you know what would make some excellent bodyguards? Guys who killed arachnids, because no one's going to with a bunch of Battlelords.
So you do not want us to kill her?
No! No, we don't kill humans that are paying us. We never kill people who are paying us, then we wouldn't be able to get paid.
Gotcha.
No, she's offered us a tidy sum to go defend her honor in the concert. So you get to go watch Bertney in concert and drive around in her stately limo, Skimmer, which you'll be flying.
Nothing can go wrong there.
What was that? All right. Now she's smiling and looking at you and goes, is that okay? Excellent. Okay, good. Well, since you've agreed, why don't you call back the rest of your squad, and you guys get 2 days of vacation time for this. There you go.
Yay, we get awarded more vacation.
Is that all?
I don't even know how to expend that shit.
Yes. It should be really light duty.
Sounds like it.
That's what we were thinking. Just basically stand there and look pretty. Don't talk to her. Well, whoever you're in charge of the detail, you can talk to her. No one else should talk to her. According to everything I read, she's a bit of a crabby individual who has specific needs that must be achieved by everybody.
I'm sure that is true.
Well, excellent then. Since we've all agreed, I'll just cut you some orders and you guys can go take care of that, and you'll have a couple days off afterwards. Excellent.
Yeah,
So,
that's your orders.
alright. A few seconds later, you see something pop up on your desk, indicating your computer, that indicating that you guys have been assigned to this task, and that you're moving into an active cycle period. All paperwork.
Woo!
Woo!
Alright, so you look through your orders. Your orders are very straightforward. Tonight at 8 p.m., you are to tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., Bertney's ship is landing. You're not responsible for security until that point. You are to wait for her in the starport. She'll be getting off at her own landing pad. It'll be to take her to the limo shop, the limo skimmer, and then take the limo skimmer over to the concert venue, and then guard her during the concert, and then take her from there to the apartment tower they've got. It's a hotel, basically, that they've got rented for her. And then the next morning, you are to take her back to the spaceport, and you are done with her. It literally couldn't get any easier.
Remember, you got to speak up too, because you're way over there.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you, Kevin.
I
I
don't hear anything.
apologize for the inconvenience of my speaking in low tones is affecting you.
What was that?
There's a lot of reverb. Okay, not sure what Kevin said at all.
May have to be doing some typing there, buddy.
No, repeat it again, slower.
Did you hear that, Ken?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
Okay, well, alright, so you got the orders and you're sitting at your desk now. What would you like to do?
They got the orders too, I take it.
Officially, you're supposed to send them out, so they haven't actually gone out yet. They're sitting
I'll
on
send
your
out the
desk.
orders since they're pretty straightforward.
Alright. You guys both received them at wherever you happen to be at the time.
Maxing out my sword skill. Well, pretty much done here anyway.
Alright.
Killed the Grandmaster. Gotta go.
Alright. You have killed the Grandmaster and you are ready to go.
Because that's how you get level 25, right?
No, but, well, no one's going to question it either.
Maybe I
I'll,
should have used the practice sword instead of my light sword. Whoops!
I'll make my way up from the mailroom where I was sleeping.
Oh, gotcha. Alright.
Female room.
Yes.
Now that's 8 o'clock tomorrow, right?
Yeah. You actually look through, you've got to pick up the limo, but the limo can be picked up as early as like 5 a.m., so you either pick it up the night before or the night after, take your pick, or the morning of, take your pick.
Yes, we'll get it the night after.
Night after would be a bit awkward. Actually, the limo that you're going to be picking up is in the garage that is located at the base of the tower, so it will not be very difficult to get said limo.
So, did I hear that we're supposed to drive this thing?
Yes. It is a 250,000 credit state-of-the-art high-quality limo using the skimmer piloting skill. And as you're looking at the orders, you do note that your box is checked as the driver because somehow you got checked as being able to drive skimmers.
Me?
Not you, Kevin.
Don't we have a guy for that?
He's not authorized here. And actually, you haven't seen him in a while. I don't remember what happened to him, honestly.
Well, nothing happened at the end of the session last time.
Yeah, what happened to him? I don't remember.
Well, he was... Moses.
Yep.
I guess he was clinging to me most, huh? Okay, that's fine.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he lives at your apartment now.
I checked him into a crazy house for deprogramming. I don't know.
Okay.
If that service is available.
There's all sorts of psychological services available. Yep.
Start him up an account.
Okay, so we don't have a pilot again.
Awesome!
I could check him out, but I don't think he would be allowed to do what you want him to do. I don't think they...
Alright, 4,000 credit. They tell you they can have him psychologically cleaned up for 4,000 credits.
Ugh. Well, I don't know what else to do with him, so, okay.
I don't
All
know.
right.
4,000 credits.
You're the one that checked him in.
Well, it's your property, so maybe like taking care of someone else's dog. He'll be there for... He's already out. You already paid the money, he's already out.
Okay.
They fixed all the rough edges. He's now more accepting of his fate as a slave, and also not all humpy anymore.
Okay, feeling like normal person now?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Please don't beat me, sir.
I have no intent to do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just be a good servant, and you can buy your freedom in time.
Okay, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
Things Irdani have never said.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
To Galbraith. So, would he be authorized or not? You are one in command.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so what happens next is fairly straightforward. You drive over and... Okay, so... Night rolls around, you have all evening to go your preparations. Did you want to get the limo the night before or the morning of?
Well, if it's already at the base of the tower, we'll just
Yes.
get it at the morning of.
Alright. Alright, you guys all have apartments next to the tower in another building. Actually, this building is enormous. You have apartments in the tower, temporary quarters, so easy enough. You guys wake up in the morning, eat your breakfast at the cafeteria, go down and try to pick up the limo. They assign it to you, Galbraith. So, morning rolls around, you guys wake up, you eat breakfast, you run downstairs, you get to a quartermaster who stares at you with the apathy of a man who is completely secure in the fact that no one is ever going to fire him. How can I help you? How may I help you?
I've come to pick up the limo.
Excellent. Just give me your digital signature here, your thumbprint here, and then I'll key it to your genetic code so you can drive it.
I have another driver.
Ah, okay. Let me see her. He flips over. And who would that be?
I give him the name of our pilot. Did you name our pilot?
He had a name. Ryan gave him the name. I want to say it was like...
You had the
Bobby
option to
something?
change it.
Yeah, you can rename him. He really is. That wasn't his original name in the first place.
Okay, Raymond Dean.
Alright, we're going to say that's his actual name.
Okay.
Alright, you give him that name. He kind of glances at you for a moment. Is he a company employee?
He's an employee of a company employee.
That would be a subcontractor. Say subcontractor.
He's more, but yeah, he's a subcontractor.
Not sure I can authorize the vehicle to a subcontractor.
I just need him to drive. I'll take responsibility for the vehicle.
Alright.
Have you ever tried driving one of these things with this many arms?
Okay, I guess that's reasonable. He decides eventually.
Also, he's the chief of the security detail. Being the
Yeah.
wheelman might conflict with his other duties.
Possibility. Alright, you end up signing off quite a bit of documentary evidence indicating that Raymond is acceptable as a driver and that you take full responsibilities if he breaks the very expensive limo. And off you go. Alright, let's see here.
To the sun.
There you go. Into the sun. Okay. So you guys get into the vehicle. Everything works out pretty well. Raymond, being an NPC, automatically succeeds in all skill checks in his relevant special ability because I don't feel like rolling any of them.
Didn't we say
you
there were
guys-
10 levels anyway? It was his only marketable
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah, basically. So you guys lift off and fly without any real issues and land at the spaceport. Spaceport itself is a towering, teeming expanse of modern technology, but you've seen like a half dozen of them, and this isn't really all that fundamentally different. The only difference between it and an airport is there's a lot more hovering and landing, VTOL style, than runways. So the private landing area is on several raised discs, and you are authorized to fly in and land at one of them where the transcruiser is coming down.
So before we step out
Yes.
of the limo, thus revealing what we brought with us, what kind of gear were we allowed or expected to bring?
There were no limits whatsoever. Yes. Which is strange. Normally they specify urban wear, but this time it didn't specify urban wear.
This time, that should be a red flag. Total red flag.
So, is everybody fully geared, or?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
All right.
Locked and loaded.
All right. You step out in your full Battlelords accompaniment. Let's see here.
Unless told otherwise.
Yep. All right. So, all right. Now I'm going to be generous. She was hoping to get Battlelords, so.
Oh, jeez. What's that mean?
All right. So the ship, a transcruiser land. It's one of the fanciest models of transcruisers you've ever seen. It's got painting on it. As it gets closer to landing, you see giant holograms appear on either side of it, screaming "Bertney, Bertney" out, so everyone knows that that's Bertney's own personal transcruiser. Yeah, you can actually, as those come out, you start looking around. You're used to seeing a lot of drones and skimmers and whatnot flying around the outskirts, but as it comes into landing, you realize those numbers are really thickening up pretty significantly. Bertney steps out. When she steps out, she starts waving to the cameras that are undoubtedly taking pictures of her, but there's nobody near her. And the landing bay drops. A holographic red carpet shoots out, heading straight towards you guys have landed.
Flinch as it unfurls in front of me.
Right.
Yep. And you're aware from the way it looks around you that the flux shield of the transcruiser is just about kissing the side of your... Actually, no, the entire... Yeah, excuse me. And as you see it wake out, you realize that the entire platform you're on is under a flux shield. So that is a good degree of security. With that said, Bertney is starting to walk towards you in a purposeful manner, surrounded by about 10 members of her entourage.
Okay.
I'm standing there in my armor with my talons not, they're retracted. And one of those slinged over my back.
Bertney... all right.
Into the Lords of the Battle chat.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, if you're going to go big or go home. Okay, so that's what you're dressed as. I assume everyone is looking as suitably badass as he. Bertney grins as she gets closer and runs over. She's like, "Oh, what kind of armor do you have now, James?"
I have a Savior battle armor.
Savior, all right. She runs right over to you and it's like, "Oh God, is that Savior battle armor? And oh God, you've got the optional talons. That's awesome!" She starts poking at your weapon.
Please be careful with that, miss.
Oh, the safety's on. It should be fine.
Turn your safety on.
She steps back. You mean he's walking around with a weapon without safeties on? That's against all sorts of regulations.
Trying to keep you safe, miss.
Kind of dangerous. I like that. All right, she starts glancing at all three of you guys. Wait a second, you're all officers. Which one of you is in charge here?
Look towards
That would be me.
She walks over to you. She's looking at your light. Yeah, she's checking out your waist for a second. Then you realize she's looking at your light daggers. Oh, okay. She stands in front of you and salutes. It's not a great salute, but it looks good on her.
I
Hi.
salute back and the appeasement. Keep the one paying you happy.
Yep. She grins at you and goes, awesome! They actually sent Battlelords! I was afraid you guys were going to walk in and all your urban camo. That was great.
We're here as requested for your safety.
Excellent, excellent. Yep, this will definitely keep any of those rebels away from me.
Rebels, you say?
Rebels, yeah. So, well, I'm a bit of a poster child for the Alliance. I like to go to all of the military camps and everything, so... There's been some rumors that the rebels are going to try to kidnap me or something, and I'm like, you know what we need? Battlelords, they'll save me from the rebels. I tried to get Galactic Special Forces, but they have better things to do. But I know SSDC has some of the top quality mercenaries, and that means I told them that's what I wanted. And Bertney gets what Bertney wants.
Almost said Brittany.
Yeah, almost. But Brittany's an old name. No one would have. That'd be like calling someone Edith.
Anyway.
Well, don't call James a bitch.
I opened
Anyway.
the motion for her to get in.
Bitch tits.
That's cruel, Moze. That's cruel.
I keep telling her to hurry.
Yeah.
All right.
We should be on our way.
All right. She nods and finally allows you to put her and her entourage into the vehicle.